Good Monday morning to you guys. Happy Monday from Gale Force Winds, Chicago. Going to do a little deck tech today with sexy Slimefoot the Stowaway. Slimefoot the Stowaway is a Golgari commander. I've been playing him lately. I really like it. The deck itself has kind of been pissing me off lately. It flew out the gates when I first made it. It probably won 3 or 4 of the first games I played with it, but then it fell off. Lately, it hasn't done anything in the last maybe month or so. It's just every time I play it, it just stalls out and does absolutely sweet nothing. But here it goes, a deck tech of Slimefoot the Stowaway, guys. Enjoy, have a good day, like and subscribe. There he is, everybody. Slimefoot the Stowaway, aka Young Slimefoot. He's a Golgari commander that costs 1 generic, 1 black, 1 green for a legendary fungus. Whenever a sapperling you control dies, Slimefoot the Stowaway deals 1 damage to each opponent and you gain 1 life. You can tap 4 generic to create a 1/1 green sapperling. You can go a couple different ways with this deck. You can go sapperling tokens, you can go wide, and then, do your Crater Hoof, End-Raise runners, Decimator of Provinces, things of that nature. I did not go that way. I went the most egregious way. I went pure infect. When I read that deals 1 damage to each opponent, that's really what I thought of as soon as I read it. Just go infect with it. That's what I did. Like I said, the deck, when I first made it, won 3 or 4 of the first games I played with it and just smoked everybody with it. But over the last month or two, it's just stalled out, and every time I played it, it's done absolutely nothing. It's been a little frustrating, and I've retooled it a few times with a few cards that are on the chopping block that have, every time I draw them, they're just dead cards in my hand. So I'm going to look at it a little bit more with a little fine-tooth comb and see what I can do with it. But it's a really fun commander. I really like it. It's a low CMC commander, so you can bring it out early. You can get it out. If it gets killed, you can bring it out pretty easily, 2 or 3, 4 times even, if you ramp well enough. And this is the deck tech for it, so here we go. 14 swamps. 15 forests. Nice and easy. No big whoop. Overgrown Tomb. Temple of Malady, Phyrexian Tower, Llanowar Waste, Westvale Abbey. It's a cool card. I've flipped it a few times, and it's just a beater. It's really just a giant beater that's hard to deal with when you flip it. Foul Orchard, Command Tower, and Grim Backwoods. We got a Vraska the Unseen. It's a good Planeswalker. I need to get the new Vraska just because I want the card draw. We got some of the Aristocrats-ish enchantments. Dictate of Erebos, one of my favorite card arts in the world. Sexy Ginger's Grave Pact. Look, a bunch of bros just playing some instruments above a grave. It's kind of funeral I want to have. Night Soil. Necrogenesis. Like I said, my meta has been doing heavy lately into graveyard shenanigans, so I put those guys in there. And if you're playing some of the graveyard deck, both these cards right here, Necrogenesis and Night Soil, they will really just hose your opponents pretty hard, and it's pretty awesome. Klyptolith Rites. Make those saps tap for mana. Growing Rites of Itlimoc. Everybody loves giant mana producing lands. Poor man's Gaia's Cradle. You got a board wipe. Damnation. Old Dublin Season. Primal Vigor. Parallel Lives. Get those saps post haste. Now we got my sweet infect cards. Phyresis. Grafted Exoskeleton. Tainted Strike. And the only gold wide card I have in the deck is Triumph of the Horde. Got some sacks coming out. Viscera Seer. Phyrexian Altar. And Ashnod's Altar. I need to get this Legends one. There's a couple cards in here I want to get, like OG cards from. I want to get this one and a couple other ones. Just, they're not that expensive and just look nice. Got some draw cards. Keen Sense. like I said, Slimefoot does 1 damage to each opponent every time a Saproling dies. So if you got 3 or 4 opponents on the table, you'll be drawing a fair amount of cards. Sign in Blood, Vampiric Rites, Snake Umbra, Read the Bones, Harmonize, Death Reap Ritual, Smothering Abomination, and Clamp. All good card draw. The problem I had the other day when I played this deck, I drew absolutely no cards, and it was wildly frustrating. Got some Ramp, Cultivates, Harvest Season, Nature's Lore, Rampant Growth, Kodama's Reach, Primal Growth. Great card in any green deck that you have no problem sacking creatures. Any deck you have no problem sacking creatures and run green, you should run this card. The kicker cost is no problem to pay. I really like that card. Then we got Handsome himself, the Blood Artist. He's out there finessing your girl and painting pictures of her while you're at work. Watch out for this guy. His less finesse boy, Zulaport Cutthroat. Same thing-ish. Poison Tip Archer. We got some removal. Naturalize. Relic Crush. Tragic Slip. Path to Exile. Illusionist Bracers. Copy that Slimefoot ability. Never a bad idea. Fake Tims. Some Carhartt boots. They're a little bit better just in this deck because I play a lot of enchantments like the Keen Sense and the Snake Umbra, and I don't want to put the real Tims on there that gives it Shroud that I can't I can't target them. Got some more Ramp, Soul Ring, Fyndhorn Elves, Elf Mystic, Llanowar Elves, Deep Shadow. It's one of my favorite card arts ever. Carrion Feeder, Sidisi, Undead Vizier. Got some Goons coming up. Fallen Angel is another one that I want to get the OG Legends card from. It's not that expensive. I just think the blackboard looks a lot nicer. It's a free sack outlet, and as I've said in my intro to the channel video, I love terrible cards. There's probably a few more efficient sack outlets that you can get for this deck, but I love Fallen Angel. It's one of those things you put Phyresis on, you put Grafted Exoskeleton, and you don't got to sacrifice that many Saplings to it for it to get big. If you put Grafted Exoskeleton on, it goes to a 5/5. So then you only have to sacrifice 3 creatures to get it to infect lethal damage. And flying is wildly underrated in Commander. It's a really powerful ability that not many people put that much time to thinking about because there would be a large amount of creatures on the board, and flying is a very, very effective way to get damage through. And then my favorite card ever printed, Lord of the Pit. Same thing. It's a flying beater. Sacrifice some saplings to it. Excuse me, and just fly on over and smash face. Butcher of Malakir. And we got some sapling producers and sapling type cards. Sprout Swarm. Verdant Force. Sapling Migration. Spore Mound. Jade Mage. Spore Swarm. A great, great card coming up. Tender Shoot Dryad. It is a beater of a card. Just if this card goes unchecked, it's like one of those cards like Coat of Arms or Rhystic Study. That just if it's on the board long, it's gonna get you so much value. It's ridiculous. And Second Harvest because why not get more tokens? Then we're gonna go to my sleeper hit of the deck. Verdant Embrace. It's like Tender Shoot Dryad, but people don't notice it as much. People just see it as an overpriced enchantment, and it did not until it goes maybe a turn or two. They're like, "Why do you have so many saplings?" And it's, well, this card gets me saplings every upkeep. It's a great card, great card. And here's the card that I want to do well, but just never does it. It's like a draft pick, a #1 draft pick that just never creates. It's like. This card did great in college. It looked fantastic. Look, it was going to be the franchise player of your deck, but it's just never happened. Reprocess. It says sacrifice any number of artifact creatures and or land. Draw a card for each creature sacrificed this way. So you figure you have 4, 6, 7, 8, 10 Saprolings, however many Saprolings you got on the board. You cast this, you draw, you sack them all, do some damage with Slimefoot, and then draw said cards. But it just never happens. Every time I draw this card, it never does anything for me. It looks great on paper, but just never materializes for anything for me. Well, that was it, guys. Tell me what you think. Like, comment, subscribe. Young Slimefoot, the Stowaway. All right, have a great day, guys.